Now, if you have started 2019 on super commitment to working toward your goals, then by virtue of that, your whole life must have turned to chaos. Your priorities, your time management, your social life, your personal life, your daily routines all need realignment. And we are on week 4. And if you are not yet feeling the heat, then my dear friends, you are not full gear committed toward your goals. And for those of you who are on the verge of breakdown on week number 4, I bring to you some ideas and tips on how to bring order in this chaos and frenzy that has happened in your life as a result of the goals that you have made. This is Priya Kumar. I'm a motivational speaker and an author, and we are on week 4 of Creators of the Future 2020, where I help you stay aligned, on track, and in tune with your goals. Last year, I was interviewing this football coach, and he was telling me about this prize player that he was personally coaching. He said his physical condition and his mental agility was such that I had to make some drastic changes in his diet, and so he told him to be off sugar. And he told this player, look, if you have even a morsel of sugar, you and I are done. And that was the deal. So the next day when the player came in, the coach asked him, so how are you feeling? And he said, oh, coach, I'm fine. He said, okay, fine. The next day when the player came in, the coach asked him, how are you feeling? And the guy said, coach, I'm fine. Third day, he says, how are you feeling? And he says, I'm fine. The fourth day, the coach made a fist and punched him right in the stomach and said, look, how can you be a world-class player when not only are you not doing what I'm asking you to do, but you are also lying? So the player said, okay, fine. How do you know I am lying? Because he was having sugar. The coach said, look, if your body is addicted to sugar and if you're going to tear it off its daily regime, it is going to snap back at you so hard that you won't be able to stand, your hands will shake, and you'll be crawling on the ground telling me, coach, my eyes are going to pop out. Those are the actual withdrawal symptoms that withdrawal from sugar has. And this player is walking in and saying, I'm fine, it's okay, I feel tired, I'm okay. And that's the point I want to make, that look, when you make really big and drastic changes in your life, it is going to cause an equally big and drastic discomfort into other areas of your life. And that's when we sit back and people around us tell us, hey, why are you doing this? Look at your life. Now it's everywhere. You're scattered. Your health is going down. Your temperament is wavering, and you don't even look yourself. And that's when you know you are on the right track, because you have made some big changes and now you're seeing some very big chaos in your life. It just needs to be sorted. Now, if you feel overworked, it's all right. It just means that you have to make a new timetable and work a new routine. If you feel tired, it's all right. It just means you have to find a way to rest more in little time. If you feel in all of this frenzy, you are behind schedule of your projects, it's all right. It just means that you have to become a master of delegation and indulge in smart collaborations. And if you feel that your family is being left behind, it's all right. It just means that now you have to include them into your purpose so they feel a part of it. If you feel left out from your friend circle, it's all right. On the way, you're going to make brilliant new ones, and when you come back to the old ones, they're going to be mega proud of you. So my friend, if your work, if your goals, if your aspirations have built your life into a frenzy and chaos, worry not. It's all right. Now, the great news about setting such big goals as you have done, as I have done, is that they are going to give rise to very big problems. Now, these are not new problems. These are problems that already existed, but because they were very small, you could ignore them, push them under the carpet. But now, because you have made such lofty goals in such little time, they have been magnified. They have been pulled out of their roots and now are into your face. And the good news is that you get to solve them, because if you don't, you can't move ahead. So what I'm going to ask you to do in week 4 is to make a list of all the problems that have come up and are posing as hindrance, not allowing you to move forward. Now, ever since I have ventured into 2019, I have been so overworked and burned out that I'm literally zombieing. I don't know whether I'm sleeping or I'm awake, whether it's night or it's day. And my mother says, you look like a zombie. Well, that's without my makeup on. Number 2, I've started to forget things. You know, there is so much that I'm doing. There are so many adjustments that I'm making that has become so so difficult for me to remember everything. And when I remember, it's just a little too late. Number 3, my neck, my shoulder, my back, they have been frozen since weeks. It has been days that I have been on painkillers, and my mom is telling me, why are you doing this to yourself? Now that is a bigger problem than the pain in the neck when your own family starts to tell you to back off from your goals because it's harassing you. Number 4, I miss my time of doing nothing. I'm a great fan of sitting by myself and staring into oblivion and doing nothing, or reading a book or watching a movie or doing whatever I please all by myself. I don't have that time anymore, and I miss it so much. And that for me is a very, very big problem. You know, these problems, when they come collectively, it's very, very annoying and irritating. They were always there. These 4 things that I have listed, my schedule is always busy. I'm always doing too many things, more than is humanly possible in a day. But my life has always been about that. But now, because I have magnified my goals, these problems have become magnified multifold, that I have to put my attention on it and solve it. And you know what happens when problems such big come to your face? People around you start convincing you to slow down, to back off, that it's not worth it, that your goals are not worth it, and you're crazy, and whatever it is, just out of love for you and just to protect you from all of these problems impacting your health, sanity, and emotions. But you already know there is no backing off from your goals. If there is a problem, we are going to solve it. And when you solve it, my dear friend, you rise one more step ahead in your evolution. And that is the greatest gift of goal setting. So number 1, my work is burning me out, and so I discovered this power in power naps. Now every few hours I take a nap for every few minutes, and you will see me sleeping on airplanes, sleeping in cars, and sleeping in the conference room next door, and just taking a nap wherever I am the minute I feel a little burnout. You know, 15 minutes is enough to recharge me, and I have added that into my daily regime. And it works. Number 2, I'd started to forget things. You know what? I have mastered Google Calendar and Siri, and I have 2 personal assistants reminding me to the precision minute on what I have to do. I can snooze it, I can reprioritize it, but you know what? With the help of technology, I am now on top of my game. Number 3, my neck, back, and shoulder have given me so much stress that I consulted a physiotherapist, and I've added new routines in my workouts, and I am painkiller free since the past 3 days. And I am loving it. You know what? At the end of 2019, I'm not just going to have fulfillment of my work goals, but I'm also going to have a stronger neck, back, and shoulder. Now that, beyond anything for me and a person who's been through that pain, is a great gift. Number 4, I miss my time with myself. So here's what I've decided, that I'm going to super align my focus and not just take 2019 to finish my goals, but finish it earlier so I can use the leftover time and go backpacking around the world. So I'm going to take a trip, an adventure trip the world over, as a reward for having finished my goals for 1 whole month. And that for me is enough motivation to give up my little time of staring out of the window and to use it to dream about my world trip. The key here is to define the problem. The key is to look at the problem for what it really is, and then find your own solution. There are 100 ways to solve the same problem. Now, it is your responsibility to find the one that suits you best and suits your lifestyle best. See, now when you ventured on this journey to make 2019 the turning point, the year where everything realigned for you for the rest of your future, while you have invited on yourself a great deal of chaos and problems. It is natural. It has to be expected. See, when you move from darkness to light, there is a temporary phase of blindness. But you don't retreat back into the darkness and say, hey, I was better off there. When you buy a new shoe, an expensive shoe, the shoe that you really love, it's new, it bites. You don't throw it away and go back to your old shoe. You walk on and you allow the light to adjust, and you allow the shoe to adjust, and then it becomes a pleasurable journey and a pleasurable walk. Now, while in these 2 examples, you have to wait the light out and you have to wait the shoe bite out, in life, you don't wait. When a problem comes up, you hold it, you look at it, you confront it, and you solve it. You use your creativity to solve it. You don't back off and say, oh, my health is going down, so now I have to slow down and not write 2 more books. And oh, I don't have time for myself, and I'm burning out, and I'm getting tired, and I'm being forgetful. Hey, don't blame your goals. You solve the problem. That's not the attitude of a champion. That's not the mindset of an achiever. Problems will be there, and they are there so that you can be bigger than them in solving them. Because you see, at the end of 2019, it's not just about what you have achieved, it's also about who you have become. That you're the person who is the greatest problem solver on the planet. That in fulfilling your goals, you have also sorted out your health goals, you have also sorted out technology to serve you, you have also sorted out your time management and other things which existed as small problems. Look, I wish you big problems, not small problems, because small problems can be ignored, postponed, procrastinated upon. It is when problems become big and urgent, they get our attention to solve them. So my dear friend, if you had found yourself on the verge of questioning your goals and if it is really going to be worth it with the amount of sacrifices that you're making, well, you don't have to. You don't have to worry. The problem has come up and the problem shall be solved. Tell me about your problems and how you're solving it. Maybe it'll give me ideas and clues about the problems I don't yet have and shall be able to deal with better into the future. This is Priya Kumar. I am totally committed to your success and I'm signing off, and I will meet you next Sunday again.